So maybe what I introduced yesterday or yesterday or the other day, yesterday, using the using the example did analysis where the M came from, and through the analysis the M came from the mind. Your view of M, came from your mind. You see? So each individual person's view of M, seeing that as M, came from your own mind. So that. So it was clear that through analysis, the M came from the mind. Why? Because it's imputed by the mind. Without the mind imputing, generally without the mind imputing M doesn't exist. Even generally speaking, without the mind imputing M doesn't exist. There's no M without mind imputing. So I have to understand that first. So without mind labeling, without mind labeling you see, without mind labeling Adrian, you see, without mind labeling Dr. Adrian, you see, Dr. Adrian doesn't exist. So if there's no mind labeling Dr. Adrian doesn't exist. So similar. So any phenomena, you see, any phenomena without mind labeling that, it doesn't exist. The label doesn't exist. So first make that clear. So here, the M what you see in your view, it came from your mind. Because your mind, you only see because you don't see M. Before your mind labeled and believed, you don't see. Before that, you don't see that this is M. Only after your mind, somebody by following somebody who taught you, introduced you, then your mind labeled and believed. Then from that evolution, then you see finally at the end you see that this is at the end you see that this is M. Let's see. Let's see. So that design like this. So it means. It is interpreted as M. It means. So you see. So you are because you see this design. You are told by somebody this design means you see M. You see. You are educated. You are told by somebody the label. So. And then you believe in that. Then you see your own mind, because you are educated or you are introduced, you are told by somebody the label for this. So, then because you see this design that you're introduced to, see, the level of that, name for that, you are introduced. So because you see this design, so your mind, because of that, then your mind, imputed. See, then your mind make up the label. Your mind make up the label M. See, your mind make up the label M. You just think the label that you are taught by somebody, introduced by somebody, the name, M. You think. Because you see this design, then you think the name M, you see, that you're told by somebody. So the question here, where is the M? Where is the M? Is the M outside of the mind, or is the M inside the mind? Is the M outside the mind, or is inside the mind? In the Chitta Mantra school, everything in the nature of the, just merely the nature of the mind. But it is not saying it is mind. It is not saying the M is mind. It's not saying that. Means there's a word saying all the phenomena are just only the mind. Is the word sounds like that, but it's not saying it's mind. It means you see your life. It means your life, happiness, suffering, problem, whatever. Your health, your enlightenment, everything, your liberation, your samsara, everything comes from your mind. What is the reason for the merely tsam, in Tibetan tsam, chenam, the phenomena, sem tsam mo, sem is mind, tsam is only, merely. So this is according to the Chitta Mantra school. According to the word, it sounds like everything is mind, but it's not saying that. Means only merely. So it means coming from the mind. All the phenomena coming from the mind. But why it's merely? Only because it cuts. It cuts. There's an outside creator of your life. Your life, your happiness, your suffering. It cuts. There is no outside creator. Only your own mind. So all the phenomena are only the mind. So it has a great meaning. It has a great meaning. It makes huge. It makes huge difference. Huge difference. The fundamental Buddhist view. Buddhist view is the philosophy that no creator, no outside creator of your happiness. There is no outside creator of creator of creating what? Your happiness. You see, your world, your happiness, your suffering, so your health, your enlightenment, your samsara, liberation. Your six objects, six sense objects, all that. Your body, mind, your life. There's no outside creator. There's a creator. There's a creator. Is your mind. Yourself, your mind. So it's the mind is your own mind is the creator of your happiness. That's the basic. That's the reality. If you analyze this is how you discover. This is how you discover if you analyze. Well, if you analyze correctly, then this is how you discover, and this is according to reality. So it's not just made it up. It's not just a philosopher made it up and believe it. Just not that. That's according to reality. So, for example, if you don't practice patience, then the person who is harming to you, you see, by following anger, by putting negative label, what the person's action, what's doing to oneself is harm, bad. Then you see the person bad. Then anger rises. After that interpretation, then that causes to rise anger on that person, to harm, to hurt. You see, after that exaggeration by a superstitious mind, then another superstition, anger, which is anger, rises. You see, like that. So therefore, then if you practice patience, the patient mind see that person on a positive, never see that person as negative, evil. Never see that person as harmful. That person is only benefiting you, benefiting me. And why? Because that person having anger is only beneficial to me, so that I can develop in the patience path, path, patience, path to enlightenment. So that then see, and then I'm able to achieve enlightenment, seize all the departments, achieve all the qualities, then able to enlighten. Then I'm able to enlighten numberless sentient beings, liberate them from oceans of samsara sufferings and bring them to enlightenment. So in view of patience, that the patience only put positive labels. Patience, see, the top mind, which is in patience, positive mind, puts only see the person only positive. The person's action only positive. Having anger is only positive. see that only benefit to you, to benefit to oneself. And that benefit is a very special benefit. Very, very important benefit, very special benefit. Very special gift, or very special present, or very special gift, very special kindness. There's a very peculiar, very special kindness. Should be said, this person having anger towards one is very special kindness, because this is the only person from whom you get the realization of patience. Not from others, stranger, neither stranger nor friend. So, only this person who has anger towards me, only this person can help. Only this to train the mind and the patience, and to have this realization, and to complete the paramita of patience, to achieve enlightenment, and to be able to enlighten all sentient beings. So coming from learning patience, is only this person can do. No one else can do that. Buddha only give teaching how to practice, but not Buddha doesn't have anger, so you can't really practice patience with Buddha. So this is very special kindness, very special kindness, very special offer. So anyway, you see, when you're minded patience, so then you see the person and the person's action, everything totally only positive. Very deep kindness. So you can see now, when you don't practice patience, you see that person totally bad, something, an object of harm to destroy. But now, with the next mind, patience, you see the most precious one, most kind, most precious one in your life. So you see like that. So before the suffering is coming from your own mind, but the negative mind putting negative label, impure mind putting a negative label, as well as the anger. Then now, next one, your positive mind. You see, and then you only put a positive label, and you see only positive. And you have a happiness. You have no problem with that person. With the second mind, with the patient, you have no problem with that person. You don't hate. With the second mind, you don't hate. You only love that person. You only feel in your heart, most precious kind of one. You only want to help, even though that person's mind doesn't change, still the same anger to you, but because your mind changed. So then, because of that, even the other person's mind didn't change towards you. Still angry, but because your mind changes, now you see only positive, most kind, most precious one. So you have a peace and happiness with that person, and you give peace and happiness to that person. You don't harm, you don't retaliate back. So you have a happiness for yourself. You have happiness. Also, other person has happiness. Previous one, you suffer and other person suffer. So like that. So you can see here very clearly came from your mind. You suffer, other person suffer, came from your mind. And next one, you happy, you have peace, other person has peace, happiness, it came from your mind, the positive mind. Also in our life, until your mind, label a problem, until your mind interpret it is a problem, label problem, and believe in that. Until that happens, until that happens, you don't see. There is no appearance of problem. There is no appearance of problem, and you don't see problem. There is no problem. There is no problem. So before your mind label a problem, there's no problem. Problem comes in existence after your mind labeled. So again, from this example, you can see the problems coming from our mind. So in Chitta Mantra, all the phenomena comes from the symptom, that's right. The three realms, desire realm, form realm, formless realm, the three realms comes from the symptom. So this one's quite fun. Comes from the three realms, symptom, or only the mind. But what it's saying is the three realms the only nature of mind. They came only from the mind. So the only or merely stops it negates the outside creator. Like other religion who believe that outside creator of your life, so it negates that. But Nyingma or Kaiju, the other tradition, say, so looks like more the Chitta Mantra, view. It's not saying seems not saying everybody, but the general seems saying that more following the Chitta Mantra school, but probably it seems saying for example, the aim is mind. The aim, is a mind. Some sounds like in the teachings like that. So whatever form, sound, smell, taste, all this mind, it appears like that. The teaching. And we're analyzing the section of emptiness, we're analyzing. It doesn't exist either in the mind nor outwardly, neither exists inwardly, neither exists in the mind nor exists outside. That's a way of using that's a way of explaining, however, in the other traditions, however, so here I'm saying whether the aim is in the mind or outside. Is the aim in the mind or outside? What? In the mind. Looks like the aim is staying in the mind very comfortably. Very warm. Maybe eating dinner, probably. Aim is eating dinner in the mind. Aim is in mind? Yeah? Okay. Yeah? Aim is in mind?
No. Not entirely.
Huh?
Not entirely.
Some.
There has to be something outside for it to associate with.
Huh?
There must be something outside.
So so aim is half and half. Huh?
Maybe 80-20.
Half in the mind, half outside.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
An association. Yeah. An association between outside and
So you split the arm. You split the aim. But the aim is written on the paper. The aim is written on the paper like board, So half is in the mind. You mean how it is? You mean the back side, front side, one is in mind and one is outside? Front side is mind, the back side is outside. Huh? Base outside and level inside. So so that means so where's the aim? So aim is in the mind, right? Huh? So aim is in the mind, not outside. Huh?
Base is outside,
I see. Why not the base inside the mind? Should be same. If the label is inside mind, base has to be also in the mind. It's exactly the same. Base is also label. Base, what's called base is name. What's called base is name. So it is in the mind, right? Base is also, what is called base is name. We call I is labeled on the aggregates. Aggregate is base, but aggregate is also label is the general aggregates imputed on the collection of the five. So aggregates, so same. So the base is also in the mind. What's called base is the label, right? Huh? So base is in the mind, right? Right? Huh. Good. Thank you.
I don't think so. I think if there's no end, if there isn't something outside for to associate the end with, for the mind to think end, there has to be something outside to make the end. The end wouldn't exist without something on the outside.
But why it's outside? Why you say the base is outside? Do you say or not?
We label it, whatever that is, that phenomenon out there, whatever we label it as base or phenomenon, but it seems to be outside.
So the base, the thing that you label, whatever you label, that phenomena, that you label M is outside. So what Sam? What? Huh? So here you get the cha. Here you get the cha. Because you said your base outside, then afterwards you said base is inside the mind. Anyway, designator and designation. Could you repeat again? Designator and designation. You say it is outside, huh? Yeah. So you mean one object word that you designate, and designate of the person, and designating mind. Is it? Is that? Is that right? Is that what you're saying? Huh? Something like that? Mm-hmm.
I see a tree. I live a tree, object of designation. The bird builds a house for our nest. So it's a different appearance to mind. So the designator depends on the body, the label. I don't know how to say it.
That's it. That's good. Yes. Yes. Sam, I'm talking, but I don't know what I'm talking. So, the one important question is why you think the base is outside. Why is it not in the mind? Huh?
An origin of mind. The mind has to come from somewhere.
Then? So the base is outside. Mind has come from somewhere, so the base is outside. You see?
Maybe it's wrong to use outside and inside. Because when you say outside, it
means outside the mind.
Outside the mind, and maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's wrong. That's
So,
the wrong distinction. Maybe.
So there's an inside outside.
Perhaps there's not an inside and an outside.
Well, that makes very simple. What?
Maybe we have to have an inside and outside in order to distinguish our mind. But what I'm saying is perhaps there isn't actually any distinction. Maybe it's an artificial distinction. But what we use to live.
So we live life with the distinction outside and inside, but in reality there's no outside inside. So they're called this.
Yes, I think you use the example of water, humans speaking of water, and
Yes.
So, I mean, nothing really has any inherent existence, the label or the base.
Yeah. Oh. Early. So there's no base, no label, no base.
Not ultimately.
Huh?
Not
It
conventionally.
doesn't. Ultimately, there's no base and label, but conventionally it exists. Yeah.
As a dependent arising.
Huh?
As a dependent arising.
So conventionally it exists.
Well, not really, but but you could say that.
What's the last word? I didn't catch.
You could say that it has a conventional reality. So we can't call a cat a chair.
So conventionally exists or doesn't exist?
Not even conventionally.
No.
Even conventionally.
So it doesn't exist even conventionally?
No.
The base and label?
No, because it's hallucination.
So...
it does, but it doesn't.
What?
It's like, it does, but it doesn't. Because you can't find it.
It doesn't.
No matter how much you seek it. No matter how much you seek out the base and the label conventionally, it can't be found. As much as the M on the M.
You cannot find.
No. Impossible.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But if a baby came into the room...
That's good proof. Huh?
Yeah, but if a baby came in the room, they'd just crawl over it.
Did you find the M there on paper? Can you show her? Can you show him?
It looks like a very steep mountaintop.
Did you find the M on the paper? Did you find the M on the paper?
Merely labelled M.
On a notebook?
Doesn't the M stay outside and everything that the M is not is inside?
What?
So does the M stay outside and everything that the M is not stays inside?
Let me just finish with the... sorry.
I'm starting to heat up.
I'm finished with here and there. See, I haven't finished it. Yeah. Yes, right. Does suffering exist or not? Does suffering exist or not? Does suffering, is there suffering or not? Does suffering exist or not?
To a human who's deluded. Does suffering exist or not?
Yeah.
Not truly in and of itself.
Does suffering exist or not?
Not truly in and of itself.
No, I'm not asking that. I'm not asking truly or not. I'm just asking does suffering exist or not. That's my question. I'm not asking truly exist. If I ask a question, does it truly exist? Then you answer, it doesn't. But I'm asking, does suffering exist or not? So there's no question of truly.
Yes, there is suffering.
It exists.
There is suffering.
But according to your point of view, it doesn't exist because it's labeled. Because you said before, what was that? Just before you mentioned, what's that? The M. You said M doesn't exist because it's merely labeled. Is it right? It was just before you mentioned.
Yeah.
It exists. You said ultimate doesn't exist. Then you said conventional doesn't exist. Something like that, or the very last one you mentioned, as it doesn't exist because it's mere label something. The M doesn't exist because it's mere label, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Huh? The M doesn't exist because it's merely labelled. Huh?
On its basis of parts.
So,
and its causes and conditions.
So,
I didn't have a chance to expand.
So it doesn't. M doesn't exist because M doesn't exist because cause and conditions. That's what you're saying.
That's right.
The M doesn't exist because cause and conditions exist. Because it has cause and conditions, so it doesn't exist.
Oh,
that's right.
Where are we going here? That's. I'm not sure. I'm not following exactly your lead there.
Yeah, not just referring to what just mentioned. Because I thought you said M doesn't exist because it's a mere label. So that's why my question is whether suffering exists or not. Because suffering is merely labeled.
Does it exist to a Buddha?
So whether suffering exists or not. Does suffering exist or not?
It depends on who's looking.
Huh?
It depends on who's perceiving the suffering. Because, I mean, for a Buddha, if you're massaging one arm and chopping off the other, they're both blissfully delightful.
What?
I mean, there's no discrimination. I mean, is there an atom of suffering?
Yeah.
When we break it down, can we truly find the suffering on the suffering?
So Buddha, what can you say again?
Somebody massaging one arm,
other side,
and the other one being sawn off.
Yes. Then? So does Buddha suffer or not?
No, I doubt if the Buddha would perceive it as pleasure or pain.
So Buddha doesn't see it's pain. Buddha doesn't experience pain or experience pain?
No pain or pleasure. We're probably getting into realms here that I haven't even imagined yet. I couldn't say how a Buddha's mind would perceive it, but I would think it'd be one taste in emptiness, wouldn't it? Sounding like a perfected parrot now, aren't I? The perfection of parrothood. Hearing. I'm not sure, Rinpoche.
I couldn't hear clearly. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So you said basis outside was the reason. That's important. That's important to discuss analysis. Why you think the label is inside the mind, but basis outside. But what is called base? What is called base? Isn't that name? What is called base? Isn't that name?
It's more of a form. It's more of a structure existing, a physical form. It could be a name. It could be something just physically existing, except that we don't call it. We call it that, and then it becomes the thing.
Huh?
When you call a line shaped like two M's or two mountains, it becomes an M. But the two lines exist. Those lines exist.
Two lines, what? Huh?
Now, what I'm saying is, the lines exist on the board.
The lines exist.
On the board.
On the ball.
On the
board.
And when we call it M becomes a label in our minds. But the lines exist. For a child who doesn't know what those lines are, the child wouldn't just see the lines, would not know what it is. If they're blind, you can't see it. It still exists. It does. It's a different, it's a different issue. You just can't see it, but it still exists. You cannot say it doesn't exist just because you can't see it.
How can you prove that it exists? They can't see it. They can't see it.
I think, yeah. And if you can't see it, you have to take somebody's word for it. Right?
So you've got to take, so the base has to be in their mind. They can't actually see it.
So does the base have to be in the mind if they can't actually perceive it? I was asked to repeat the questions. For the recording, I think.
So, which is the base? This one? Base with M? Is this line?
Yes.
That this line is the base for the M, right?
Yes.
So, to be able to say that is the base to be labeled M, don't you have to see something before that which causes the mind to choose a particular label base? What do you have to see? What do you have to see for the mind to pursue the mind to make up the label, to choose the label? This is the base to be labeled M. What do you have to see first?
You have to see the lines.
You
have to see the lines.
Not the blackboard, right? To see the lines, right?
On anything. Blackboard, paper, anything.
The line, right?
Lines, yes.
Line, okay. So, you have to see the line first, and that causes your mind to choose the particular label, the base, right? Right?
Right.
Huh?
Right.
So then your mind label base, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now here, the base becomes the label, right?
Right.
So now here, the base becomes the label to be imputed on that line, right?
Right.
So therefore, base cannot be outside. Base should be in the mind. Same as what you said. M is in the mind. Base should be in the mind. Same reason you said M. You see, it has to be the mind. So is the base in the mind or outside?
What you say makes sense, but I find it difficult to understand. Rinpoche, what you're saying makes sense, but I find it difficult to understand it. I find it difficult to understand. What you say makes sense, but I find it difficult to understand how the base can be in the mind as well.
What is the last part? Yeah.
What was he say? Rinpoche is saying that what Rinpoche is saying makes sense, but he finds it difficult to understand.
I see. Okay. So anyway, I think dinner time. Another label. So, anyway, I'm just here I'm just a little bit describing what the different the mindfulness school and then the other traditions how they present, think. But probably it might be also, but it might be confusing, but also maybe helpful as well to analyze. However, Another question. When you go for shopping, is the department store is in your mind or not? Is the supermarket in your mind?
No. A generic image or a concept's in your mind, but not the supermarket.
What? What?
You have a concept of a supermarket in your mind, or a generic image of a supermarket, but the supermarket isn't in your mind.
So, your concept is in the mind, but the supermarket is not in the mind.
That's right. Yes.
So the M is not in the mind.
The concept of M is in the mind. The basis of imputation is on the blackboard.
Yeah. Basis of what? Reputation?
Basis of imputation.
Imputation.
Yes.
Basis of imputation on the blackboard.
Yes.
Okay. So what's M?
M is a vibration of sound.
I thought you were getting better and better.
M is a label we apply as soon as we see the basis.
What?
As soon as the basis appears, the mind labels M.
As soon as what? Basis? What is that? And then as soon as the basis appears, then mind label then. Yeah. But you didn't answer whether it's outside, inside. good explanation, but didn't answer what's outside inside. So anyway, I'm just giving just more editing. If the M is in the mind, then the same thing. You see this supermarket, when you go for shopping supermarket, it should be in the mind. Supermarket, when you go shopping, the shopkeepers, all the departments, all the billions of things will be in your mind. And the shopkeeper also will be in the mind. The whole building should be in the mind if the M is in the mind. See? The letter M is in the mind. Then same, the Iraqi war is happening now should be in the mind, not outside. Then if it's just in the mind, then I say, if it's just if it's just in the mind, then it's just then it can be just maybe dreaming or just a visualization, but not actually happening. So then the way we need to pray for, if it's not actually happening, somebody visualizing. Somebody imagining, or somebody's dreaming, just mere dream. So anyway, okay. So we have dinner in the mind from the cook who's in the mind. Plate in the plate is in the mind. Spoon in the mind. We go to toilet, which is in the mind. Anyway, so I think maybe stop there. Okay. So what was it will never end. Yeah. What is it? Chanchu Simcho Rinpoche Maje Wanaji Jawa Nyamba Meba Kone Kondo Bewa Kone Kondo Bewa Sashi Bishi Mento Dam Zhani Shin Jimba Dogun Namda Jabara Shaw Idang Purpose my lives to free numbers and demons from all the suffering causes, bring the life Deva Masters, Deva offering to Buddha Sangha and make practice yoga of eating and charity also and demons. Influence them living in my body, bring them to enlightenment, the better Dharma when they become a human being. Through the connection, I have made charity to them at this time. Emptiness. Then the pure thanks to the practice, pure appearances. If one is just the great initiation, mental deity, food. So our kitchen, food and kitchen, purify emptiness. Acid is empty. Nectar. Oceans of nectar, uncontaminated nectar. Numberless. All the offerings here, all the offerings at Center Comba and Upto's house, Washington, and Open in the room here. There. Leading to the house, there is house up there. In Singapore, all the offerings. Leading to the house upstairs. Which are all these offerings which are in bliss. So we offer all together. Even though it's already offered. But by the way, with food offering, with food we offer. Since we are making offering, we offer all together. To take the chance for quick enlightenment. Over the gurus, all the offerings with natural infinite bliss. By meditating, the essence of all the Lama all the natural generating pleasure, prostrate to palms to others, and offer all the Guru Puja field. By maintaining each miracle through the watch of hand, and even each pulse of each miracle, it's all the miracle. All group Lama Sangha, everything. Every single pulse of each miracle, everything. All the miracles. Of our ocean, the numberless oceans of the nectar food. All the offerings here, the natural bliss. All the offerings are in the FPMT Center of Gomba. All the offerings up to his house, Washington Church's house. All the offerings leading to his house upstairs, and there's house upstairs, all the offerings. Offerings here in my room. Offer. By meditating the nature, the essence, nectar, as the nature of the place. Generated completion, process comes together, it was all of them. And oceans of nectar food make charity to every hell beings, every hungry ghost, every animals, every human beings, every observing and domestic beings. They all fully enjoy it, liberate from all the suffering, they all become enlightened in day one practices. Did all the past, but which did all the past, but which marriage collected by others. So many times the limitless scars were married, numberless married people collected so many times with starting from with the motives with each other down to charity. So many times the limitless scars were married we have collected. Within this minute. May once of family members or the the Buddha house here organized everyone who are doing service here, the course, and then all the students, benefactors in the organization, those who give up their life to do service to others, and all the rest was Sinti, and especially Sinti members who died for this in the evolution, the long run evolution of this food, who died, who suffered, couldn't come others who worked for this food, and all the Sinti Mason, then maybe say never separated from table jam, always collected made by make often is the place from table jam with the realization from Guru which happening levels, which was the Kerala, made a big flash with the ones in the hearts of all the Sinti, particularly these Sinti things who died, suffered, who worked for this food. always not listen to this. Without 11 seconds. Did all the past business which I made a times close by others? That was empty. That was empty. Achieve. All the 3-time merits. All the 3-time merits. All the 3-time merits. All the 3-time merits. Corrected by oneself. 3-time merits. All the past business which I made corrected by others. And they which exist. But that which exist, but do not exist from their own side. It's totally empty. Matter I who exists, but do not exist from its own side, who is totally empty. Achieve, also they achieve Guru Vajdaras enlightenment, which exists but doesn't exist from its own side, that was totally empty. Later of the sentiments who exist but do not exist from their own side, were totally empty. To that Vajdaras enlightenment. Which exists but doesn't exist from its own side, and by myself alone, who exists but who do not exist from its own side, who is totally empty. Thank you. The other thing is this. Remember, if everything is in the mind, if M is in the mind, or if everything is in the mind, then you see, killing, stealing, such misconduct. You see, and what else? Cheating. See, like. So then you wouldn't. Then you see, and then you see, it doesn't break the law, country law. Because it's in the mind. Because it doesn't break the law because it is in the mind. That's one thing. Other things, it doesn't create karma because it is in the mind. So they have to think about that. So these things, if it's everything in the mind, then these things, when you commit these things, then that doesn't break the country law. That's one thing. So that means one doesn't have to go to court cases or they saves all the money or they doesn't go to prison. So that's one thing. But the other one is nothing becomes negative karma. See. So because see, see, what happened is in the dream. What happened is just happened in the mind. You see, like dreaming, you know, like dreaming. See, see. So in the dream, you have stolen somebody's car. You know, you have stolen your neighbor's car in the dream. You know, you have stolen neighbor's car. You see, you've stolen. Then, so, but the neighbor still has the car. In the reality, you know. So you see, so that so it doesn't become a karma. You know, and you don't. I think I would say negative thoughts arising in dream. I would say would leave negative imprints. That I must say, but there's no completing the karma. So say. So that even you say, yeah. Anyway, so that even you dreamt you were stealing the neighbor's car. Somebody has a Mercedes or Lawrence. This limousine. And then you drove many miles, another country. You drove in a dream, but the person still has the car. So anyway, unless you multiply the car, one give the person. Anyway, so that's better.